And let me open up on my phone as well, just in case if we lose signal or anything. Should be coming up. Okay, stay participant. Got it. And boom. All right. So that's just the other screen, just in case if we lose signal,
Hmm.
that the other one still be open. We still can continue what we're doing. All right. So, this is for voice, basically singing. So, I think your dad reached out to me about doing the voice lessons and everything. Now, how long have you been singing? Have you been singing before? Did you sing in front of people?
Yes.
Uh,
Um.
you don't?
Oh no, I know I sung it. I sing in front of a lot of people. Yeah.
Is it at school or, well, not in school, but is it at church or regular performances?
Well, when I was in school, school concerts and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, great. All right. Now, what are your because I can teach by the book, you'll get bored and unmotivated. But I like to go by what you like to learn, but not just learn, but what are your goals and things. So in order for me to know that, I would like to know what are your goals and your needs for taking the voice lessons. So that way I can go in that direction.
Okay. Like so, my one of my goals are to um like like I don't know how to explain it, but to like so like when I sing, it's just like sometimes like some notes will come out wrong, and I want to fix that, and then so that's what I really want to improve on,
Mhm.
and I I yeah, that's mostly it, but I just really want to improve on my voice.
Okay. It's mainly the hearing part. I don't know what that is. Hold on 1 minute. This may be. Give me 1 second. Okay, I thought that was somebody else that was trying to interrupt us. All right, 'cause I know I didn't double schedule. All right, so you're having problems with the hearing part of it, of making sure you're singing notes back correctly and properly, and then improve on your voice more with that.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, so I'll get you started. Um, I go do this with every new student that comes aboard. And by the way, my name is Timothy Bias. I'm from Washington, D.C. So I do have a degree in music from St. Augustine's University. That's in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's HBCU. So I graduated 2006. But I've been teaching for about, right now, about a good 12 years of
Hmm.
that sort. Um, I play piano professionally too. I play for R&B artist Genuine. Sometimes I sit in with Tank and whatever when I get a chance to. But I do production and everything of that nature too. I also sing every Sunday at church as well with the praise team and all other types of stuff as well when I'm needed on some things. That's just a brief history of me. Um, I do this with every student. I go over these three things that help you correct a lot of your problems with your voice, a lot of it on your own when you're away from lessons. And I'll go through this real briefly and you'll see what I'm talking about. It goes on your three senses, your ability to see, hear, and feel. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sing a terrible note on purpose. But what I want you to do is, with your own eyes, tell me what you think I did wrong. It's not going to be real technical. It's just simple by observing what I'm doing before I sing the note. Okay, here we go. Here's a bad note. Uh, so what did you see me do?
Um, you didn't give any um like heart to it, but you know what I mean? Like yeah, it was like you didn't want to be here, you didn't want to do it at that time.
Well, that's good. That was my attitude part. But what did you see me do physically that probably could have affected my actual note? Here we go again. Uh,
Body language.
hmm. So you're saying body language, but what am I doing with my body? What am I doing physically that you see me doing? Watch. Uh, what did you see me just do with my air? I'll give you a hint.
Sigh. You sighed.
I sigh. But what am I doing? When the person does this, I'm doing what? So
You're
I'll tell you what I did that was wrong. Basically, all I did is I took the air in and I let the air out before I sung. That's what happened. And so guess what's going to usually happen? I'm going to complain that I can't hold a note long because I let the air out before I sung. Then I'm going to complain that my throat is hurting because I have no support for my actual sound. So because it's going to start making my voice go hoarse, and it's going to also start making this hurt, damaging the fibers in my voice. The another thing that happens is I'm not going to be able to stay in tune, meaning the note that I hear myself playing, I'm not going to be able to what? Sing that note back because the note is going to be out of tune. Those are the things that will be going wrong if I don't hold my air. What you're supposed to do is hold the air and sing at the same time because when you hold the air, it supports your diaphragm. Now, however, that's not the main solution. The main solution for this, for you fixing your problem on your own by seeing it, is because you are able to see me do it with your own eyes. You get what I'm saying? You see me doing all these body languages. You see me doing all this, improper breathings and thing before I sung. Now, however, how would you be able to correct your own self if you're away from the lessons with nobody seeing you? Well, here's your solution. All singers taking lessons, professional or amateur or beginning, you should always practice in front of the mirror. And you know why? That way you can see if you have these bad habits of doing this and then singing. Because you got to be able to catch that. Your mouth position, it could be your air and everything. If you don't see those things working in the way they should, and if you don't see the improper use of them in the mirror, how would you be able to correct them? You see what I'm saying? So then that's the thing. Make sure you practice in front of a mirror. The next one is your ability to hear. Okay, and this is going to help you with the part of you hearing the note and singing it back properly. Okay. Now, if I had a microphone in my hand and the microphone is not connected to any amplifier or speaker, it's disconnected. If I sing in the microphone, will I hear any loud sound come out of it?
no, sir.
Nope, because it has to be connected into a amplifier or a monitor for you to hear the what? The sound, to amplify the sound. Your input is where your sound goes in, your output is where your sound comes out of. Now relate that to your voice box, which is your larynx right here. This vibrates every time you talk or sing. The faster this vibrates, this is your microphone, the louder you hear it in your speakers and monitors, which are called your eardrums. They also vibrate. The faster this vibrates, the louder you'll be able to hear this. You get what I'm saying? Now, what does that have to do with singing? Have you ever seen singers do this? You know
Yes,
why
I
they're
do.
doing that?
So they can hear themselves.
Exactly. And 9 times out of 10, if you sing in the choir or something, somebody's sitting next to you singing the wrong note, and you end up singing the note they singing that was wrong. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna take your finger and go like this, so you'll block out their sound, so all you can hear is who? You. So you can sing the right what? Note. I'm not going to say that you're going to practice with your finger in your ear. I don't want you to get an infection or anything. But what I'll say is you should get some headphones or some AirPods or some earbuds to actually block out the sound when you're practicing. So all you hear is who? You. That way you'll know if you're singing the wrong note because you're going to mute a little bit of the output and turn around the sound to more of the input. So you'll hear nothing but what? Yourself. That way you'll be able to correct a lot of your notes and you'll see how we use this. Now, the last thing that deals with the correction is your ability to feel. Okay? Your ability to feel. I'm not talking about feel from your soul or God's presence or anything like that. We're talking about feel the muscles that are used for actual proper singing. Okay? You have several of them. You got your lips, your cheekbone, your chin, your diaphragm, your lungs, your actual throat. Okay? Now, what I want to do is relate all of this to a car. Okay? If you're driving in a car and you feel that the car is going down on a certain section of the car, what's the first thing you're going to think is going wrong with the car?
Flat tire.
Exactly. You diagnosed it by saying, I feel like the car has a flat on what? This side of the car. Then the next thing you're going to do, if the car is still driving, you're going to start to hear the tire drag. It's going to make this sound. It's going to make that sound, right? Then you're gonna stop the car because you're gonna hear the tire drag. You're gonna get out and see with your own eyes and say, "Oh, I do have a what? Flat tire." You see what I mean? You was able to diagnose that whole problem just by feeling it, hearing it, and what?
And
Seeing
seeing.
it. All right. Now, here comes the part with the feel thing. Okay. You know about the diaphragm. I'm sure you heard about it, right? So the diaphragm is nothing but a muscle, right? That's a part of the respiratory system. It's at the top part of the stomach, bottom part of the lungs. I'm going to tell you how that muscle is used. It has nothing to do with singing, because if you know how it's used right now every day, then you'll know how to use it for what? Actual singing. Okay? So the diaphragm, of course, is located top part of the stomach, lower part of the lungs. What you use that muscle for is to breathe. That muscle is the muscle that you use to inhale air and to push the air out. If you didn't have a diaphragm muscle, you'll probably be dead because you wouldn't be able to breathe. You won't be able to do this. Now, what the diaphragm muscle does is it's flat when you're not holding air. When you hold the air, breathe in, inhale air, it changes from this state to this state. Just like a muscle, it causes contraction. Just like a bicep. It's like this, but when you squeeze it, contract, it makes a ball. Now, that's exactly what it does. Now, what does that tell you what you have to do for support for singing? The reason why I told you you're supposed to hold the air while you're singing is because you need that diaphragm to push up on those lungs to bring support. Support means to hold up or to help. And when it does that, it keeps your note in your air stationary. So say for instance, my chin is my air and my sound. The diaphragm is this. Without support, the note goes all over the place. See that?
Mm-hmm.
When the diaphragm is contracting, the air is held, it pushes up on that air and that sound, and it keeps it under what? Control. That's what they call breath control. See that? That's exactly what it does. Now, what we're going to do, uh, somebody's trying to call. Never mind them. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to now feel that diaphragm muscle working. So that way, every time you sing, you know if you don't feel this muscle contracting here, then guess what? You know you're going to start having some other problems. Okay, noticeable problems. So what you're going to do, we're going to take air through our mouth. We're going to hold it for a good 10 seconds, and we're going to release it slowly. I'll show you like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. All right, you got it? We're going to do 3 of these. All right, you ready? Through the mouth, not through the nose. More air comes through your mouth, and it'll go down to the diaphragm. You're going to hold it for a fast 10 seconds. Here we go. Inhale. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release slowly. Great. Another one. Inhale. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release slowly. Another one. Inhale. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release slowly. Now, did you feel that tightness down here? Now, another thing I want you to do, let's do another one, but this time I want you to take the air in and hold it, but I want you to push like this, as if you were pooping on the toilet or something. Because what that's going to do is maximize that squeeze and that contraction right in that diaphragm. What that's going to do is you don't let the air out, you're just going to be giving it extra support. That's exactly what it's going to be doing. Okay? So, we're going to do it like this. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like that. Okay? All right, let's give it a shot. Here we go. Let's do 2 of these. Here we go. Inhale. Hold it. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. One more time. Inhale. Hold it. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Good. Now, let's get to where we're actually singing a note. Give me a second. Let me get some more water. There we go. I'm going to keep clearing out your throat. All right. So I'm going to give you some notes. Here's your first note. We could go a little low. So what we're going to do is round our sound out. Make sure we got to create space in our mouth. Okay? So, meaning, when I mean round, make it like a circle. You're going to take the tip of your tongue and place it at the bottom part of your front teeth and drop your chin slightly. That way, when you take the air in, it's no tongue or anything blocking. Your tongue should not be like here, like that when you're singing. Because it's not, it's going to block your ear and it's going to block your tone and your sound. It's going to sound scribbly because now you're blocking the airflow. You want to feel cold oxygen touching the back of your throat, which is called your pharynx. Okay? So, watch what I do. I'm going to take the air in, I'm going to hold it, then I'm going to sing, but I'm not going to let the air out till after 7 seconds. I'm going to push like I'm pooping at the same time while I'm holding that air. Then I'm going to let it out after 7 seconds. Watch. Here's the note. Oh! Was you able to hear that? Good. Now I want you to sing that same note. I'm going to give it to you. Take the air in, hold it, and push. Go for it. Yeah, but whatever you do, don't do it from here. Breathe through your mouth. So I gotta hit. You gotta have this routine of doing this. I gotta hear the air, and you gotta hold it, okay, and then push and sing at the same time. All right, go here. Oh, hold on. Let me sing it first. Oh, go for it. Round it out. Did you feel that tightness down here?
A little bit, yes.
Yep. So you want to push that more. You want to maximize that tightness down there. Let's go a little lower. Push it here. Hold it and oh. Try it. Good. Now I'm gonna go a little higher. Take the air in. Oh. Try it. Sound like a little bit throat. Some say, ah. See, I can tell when you're using your throat and not here because your tone changes, meaning the color. I heard this. Ah, instead of oh. Round it out. From here. Hold that air and push. Try that again.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Good. Let's go up here. Take it in, hold it, push it. Oh, go for it. Whatever you do, don't put your head back like this. Because now you're making the airflow go like this. The airflow should go just regular. Okay? So keep looking forward, just like that when you're doing it. All right? Let's go for another one. Right here, take it in. Oh! Try it. Push it. Now, how did the diaphragm feel? Did you feel the tightness?
Yes.
Good. See, that's the feeling you should feel every time you sing. Because if you don't, I'm gonna tell you when you know when you're not doing it right, your throat is gonna start hurt. You're gonna start losing your voice, and you won't be able to hold. I mean, stay in tune. Meaning the note that you hear, you won't be able to sing it back properly. You'll sound like this with no support. Oh, it's gonna sound like that. You're gonna be going out of tune. Instead, you should be able to hold this note for a long time and keep it in tune like this. Oh, see, I kept it in tune the whole time. That's what they mean in tune, meaning you're singing the note that you hear properly. It's not wavering left or right. It's not going flat or sharp. Okay. Now let's try this. How much time I got left? I still got some time. Good. Now, I want to try this thing with your range. So when you're practicing, one thing I want you to do before you do any singing, I want you to make sure you do that breathing thing I was doing. We were taking the air in and holding it for a good 10 seconds and pushing like that, and then let it out the end. You got to warm up doing that. The reason why you do that is not just to warm up the muscles, it's to remind your brain how you're supposed to breathe when you're singing. Because you don't walk around doing this. My next Jeremiah. No, you don't do that and holding air because you're breathing through your nose regularly. But when you're singing, you got to have a routine of hearing the air come through your mouth, holding it, and then doing that. That way you support your sound. That way you have a good, clear, and open sound every time. Okay? Always create space. You're going to do that about 5 times, and then you're going to practice holding notes like this. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. See that? Singing right on the notes. It's coming out this straight and clear and precise. So you want to do that, hold it, and it could be any note, but just holding it. And what you're going to be listening for with your headphones on, you're listening to see if you can keep that same note in tune without it going the other way or the other opposite way. You should be able to keep that same note the whole time with the support from here. Okay? Now, let's go to this last thing in range. Okay? Range meaning when you're singing high and you're singing low. I'm only going to deal with a little bit of the high notes, okay, today. Now, I'm going to give you this example. Have you ever blew air in a balloon and you took your hand off the neck of the balloon? The air just comes straight out, right?
Yes.
Right? Now, here's another one. If you blew air back in the balloon and you slightly grab the neck of it and choke it, it makes this sound, right? Makes a squeaking sound. That's the air being choked, but the sound you hear is air coming through the smallest crack to come to the other side of that balloon while it's being choked. Now, you're probably like asking, what does that have to do with singing? Well, think of this. You hear people strain when they sing? This happens. And they sound horrible, right? And the reason why they sound like that, get this mess out, is because they don't know how to open their throat. When you're singing high, your throat tries to close up on its own. That's why you crack on notes, and that's why you strain on notes. You get what I'm saying? As you sing,
Yes.
this tries to close. You should not be sounding like this. You should be sounding like here. You should make it sound full and regular. Now, what you have to do to get that is you have to open the throat. How do you open the throat? Well, easy. You got to spread this part of the mouth and this part of the mouth horizontal, like a smile. Try that. And you should be feeling cold oxygen. So I want you to take some air in, but spread your mouth like a smile and your cheekbones coming up like here. You feel that cold oxygen touching the back of your throat?
Yeah.
See, you're opening it, you open up the throat more. All right, let's do it again. Here we go. Out. Feel that? Now, a example is a way you can practice doing this is taking air in and letting it out like a yawn. The reason why I say let it out like a yawn when you're practicing doing this as a warm up for the high notes, because if you grab your neck here, I want you to do a fake yawn like this. And when you do that, you're gonna feel your throat open up. Do it for me. You feel that opening up? That's that you're opening the throat up. So what that tells you is you have to spread this in a yawn position. That's what I had you do that smile thing for. Another thing, you got to open up the top part of the mouth, vertical and horizontal. You don't have to drop your chin because if you now you don't want to overstretch it because it's going to end up choking this if you do that. This slightly, okay, with the smile and open up the top part of the mouth. The reason why you open up the top part of the mouth because you got to create space for the air to get at the dip of your mouth right there, okay? So you got to create space for that. Now, what we're going to do is I want you to do for practicing for homework, I want you to take the air in like this. Then you're going to let it out with a yawn. So you can warm up that throat, okay? Let's do 3 of these. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, yawn. Good. Another one. Inhale. Exhale, yawn. Good. Another one. Inhale. Exhale, yawn. Good. Now, what we're going to do, the last thing we're going to sing some high notes. It's going to be out your range. I still want you to hold that air in here and push, but I now want the position of your mouth to be here, like a smile, and open up the top part. Okay? Here's one. You're going to take an angle right here. Oh! Try it for me. Good. Let's go up. Oh! Try that. Now make sure I see you doing this. Taking that air in. Remember the routine. Let's go up. Take it in. Oh! Go for it. Going up higher. Oh! Now you may start feeling a little woozy in the head a little bit. This is called the head voice. That's why. When it starts doing all that weird stuff that's going on. All right. Now the reason I want you to do that because you're gonna start going up higher. till you can go up higher when you do that. Because you're keeping your throat open so it won't crack. You see that? So that's one thing I want you to practice. Warm up, taking the air in, letting it out with a yawn. And then I want you to practice holding higher notes, starting from here and going up, then here, then here, and to the highest you can go. When you feel like you can't get that note anymore, spread it more and push more. Hold more, okay? Because that'll help out more better. All right? Now we get to the point where you get to do something for me because I didn't ever hear you sing before. So now I want you to sing a song for me. It doesn't have to be a full song. It could be just a couple of lines. Just want to hear how your voice sound when you actually sing.
Okay.
Any song, doesn't have to be the whole song, just a little bit of it. Whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Okay. Woke up Sunday morning, got a little bad news today. They say my life ain't worth living, and time is slowly ticking away. And that's it.
Oh, so you're singing Blackberry Molasses and Nova Never Never Change. That one? That song,
Yes.
right? Okay, that was by Mr. and Bobby Valentino was the lead singer on that. I just did a show with him on Valentine's Day because I played for Genuine. I was at the MGM. It was at the MGM Harbor here in Maryland. And so the funny thing is, I got a chance to meet him. He actually sung that song on stage. I was thinking about like, wait a minute. So what you know about that song? That song is like old, right?
Yes.
A little bit old. It sounds like that. Good, good voice. So I want you to still continue to work because I'm going to send this video out. I'm going to send it. I think it to your dad's email and everything, and I'm going to send it to his phone and
Okay.
everything. And so I'll tell you how much it costs for it, and then I'll put the prices in the email and everything for your dad. So it only costs $40 for 30-minute lessons, $50 for a 45-minute lesson, $60 for an hour lesson. However, I got it where you can do 4 lessons um, out the month, not out the month, but 4 lessons, so you ain't got to keep paying every time. So you can do 150 for 4 30-minute lessons. Then you could do 175 for 4 45-minute lessons, and $200 for 4 1-hour lessons. And you get the recorded video out of all of these. All right, I'll send all this to your dad and everything in his email and all this other stuff. But and then he'll let me know if he wants to continue and everything with the lessons and everything. But you must pay before you start your next lessons and everything. The first ones were per lessons, $40 for per lesson, $50 for 45 minutes. That's per lesson, and $60 for per lesson. That's for per lesson. The other one's for bundles. You save more where you could get 4 lessons, 150 for 30 minutes, 175 for 4 45 minutes, and $200 for 4 1-hour lessons. Okay, I'll
Okay.
send this out to you today. You'll get it, and that way you can look at everything you worked on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, Jeremiah, for coming on and everything. I'll send
Thank
this
you.
right away. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a great one now.
You too.